I hope it's not going to clash with their normal school activities.
No, we're going to be evening classes and weekend classes where we know that so many parents put their children on evening classes after school club or things like that. So we'll make it such a way that it's going to be after that. But whatever, we'll make sure that even what they are getting from this class is more valuable than what they get from their regular classes.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, good. All right,
I
Mr.
want
Charles. I want to ask if there's a
Uh,
age bracket
okay.
between
The
what age
class.
to what.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to take these questions after this class because the recording is on and I don't have any other class after this one, so we can talk after the class, after this BA class. So write your question. Sorry, I'm cutting you short. So let's do the business of business analysis and then we'll come back to that later. Is that okay? The last speaker?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Okay. Welcome tonight for this introductory aspect of business analysis. I'm so excited that we are creating this business analysis, and I've been a businessman in my head right from when I was a child, but the business analysis brought out everything in me. It helped me to discover who I am. It helped me to see gaps. It helped me to understand business, understand challenges, not only to solve problems in the organization for businesses, but to solve my personal problems. You know, business analysis can help you to discover gaps, opportunities. Everywhere you go, you can, when you apply business analysis, apply it in your daily life, career, things like that. Like, let me say, our educational system. There's a lot of things we learn that we've never used. We devote a lot of time learning a lot of things that we never for one day use. So many of the things I learned, so what do we call this? We call them waste. Waste of resources in our life. There's so many aspects of our life that we have wasted. Business analysis will help you in what we call waste reduction. Business analysis will help to, help you in process improvement. You can cut waste in your life and then improve your life. I don't want to go to business for now. Let's just talk about ourselves. What are those things you'll be doing? You keep on spending money buying clothes. You find that there are so many clothes in your wardrobe you never use. You see so many shoes you never wear. So many furnitures you never use. They are waste of resources. Why are you wasting your resources? We do that a lot. If you go, more especially ladies, if you go to their wardrobe, oh my God, what is all this for? There are so many clothes they've never used. You keep on buying. Keep on buying. That is, as a good business analyst, you have to stop that. That money you are wasting, you can put it in so many other things that can be generating money for you. That is business analysis mindset. Just that's why I told you in our educational system, system keeps getting old. And as it's getting old, we have to continue to update the system, renew the system. But we are not doing that. So many of the things they are teaching our children is not good for them. These are gaps in the system. Business analysis will help you to discover the gap in the system. And once you discover the gap in the system, you turn that gap into opportunities. The main problem we have in Africa, more especially Nigeria, is that there are so many gaps in the system. If you look at our educational system, it's not working. Why? Because there are so many gaps, a lot of things we are not doing well. We have to fish out all those gaps. By now, so many curriculum, so many things in our academic curriculum, they are no longer relevant. Some of those things are not supposed to be teaching. We are not supposed to be teaching it at some areas. Some of those things are supposed to be taught within the history class. So many of us, I made a call to a student in banking and finance in University of Nigeria, where I studied. Those days, they taught us, you see these lecturers with so much energy teaching us trade by barter. We never, how am I going to use trade by barter after graduation to get a job? How am I going to use trade by barter to start a company for myself if I can't get a job? Why are you teaching me something that doesn't going to add to my life? That is wasting my investment. While in all this in university, these are time you are wasting. The kind of thing I would do when I was in the university, I cannot do it now physically because I don't have that strength. And you see, that's the way they wasted all these years. And it shouldn't be so. And to be honest with you, the student I spoke with said that they are still doing trade by barter. And everybody in the class will be very happy, you know, rejoicing. They will tell you how trade by barter, you bring goods, you exchange goods with clothes. Everybody will be happy. They are learning. Why? They don't know that they are killing them. Some people here are learning cryptocurrency, how to use the latest technology in finance, you know, wallet system, this and that. You see small children here creating companies with digital wallets. If you go to University of Nigeria, banking and finance, I'm sure that some of those lecturers, they're not teaching them anything about, you know, digital banking. There's a student I engaged some time ago. She's narrowly escaped first class in marketing. And I engaged her, very bright girl. And when we started talking, like this was like a few years ago, she didn't know anything about digital marketing. She was busy telling me about marketing mix. I was talking about digital marketing. She doesn't know much about digital marketing. And this is almost a first-class material. That lady was just wasted. Her time was wasted in the university. How do we cut all these waste? That is business analysis. That is the mindset I want you to develop about business. Don't just, you know, become a business analyst because you want to go and start applying for a job. Be a business analyst because you want to solve problems both for organization, both for your family, both for your country, both for yourself, both for your children. Anything you do for your children, you analyze it. Make sure you are not wasting your children's time. As so many of us what we are doing here is in this class, let me tell you, you see this boot camp we are doing, what I call it is damage control. We are doing damage control for all the things they've done to us, but what can we do? So that is that is it about business analysis in the general aspect of business analysis. You solve problems. You're a problem solver. you can solve any kind of problem. It's not only organizational problem. You can solve marriage problem. You can solve any kind of problem as a business analyst. How do you do that? You need to understand what is happening. You need to find out the current process of, if it is a marriage, you find out what is in the marriage, what is happening, and understand the way the marriage, and then within the marriage, we see what we call a good picture of a good marriage. You fish out all the bad elements within the marriage, and then you can mend the marriage and you start working. It's not only to solve an organizational problem or to use to develop IT softwares. Solution can be advice. Solution is not only digital solution. I'm talking in general terms of business analysis. But the only thing is that in the organization, most of the time, most of the solution companies used to be to solve their problems are digital enterprise applications. And for people who do not understand the origin of business analysis, we just think that it's only software development, creating solution, digital solution for companies. No, it's not only that. You are a game changer. When you come where there is darkness, you bring light. When you come where people are crying, you make people to start laughing. That is what you are as a business analyst. That is business analyst for me. And that is what I'm teaching you as a business analyst. You are trying to become a business analyst. You should become a light to anywhere you go, both company, both your church, both your home, both your village, both your country. You solve problems. If you know you cannot solve problems, if you know you do not, drive joy in solving problems, forget about it. You can just exit this class and go, because there is nothing you are doing here. If you are not ready to solve problems, you are a problem solver. So that is it. Okay. Done. Let's go to our lecture notes to continue from there. Okay, business analysis in the organizational, and business analysis is a systematic approach to understanding, defining, and solving business problems. I said it, problems. You are solving business problems. Why I said it's not only business, because what is bigger than your life? Your life is a big business. Your family is a big business. It's not only a registered company where you make money. Everything, church is a big business. Our country is a big business. So if you are a business analyst, you need to understand, understanding, defining. When you understand it, you define it. And solving business problem. It involves identify business need, assessing potential solutions, and ensuring that the proposed solution aligns with organizational objectives. Any solution you are bringing and it doesn't align with the organizational objective is not a good solution. So at its core, a business analysis aims to enhance organizational efficiency, effectiveness, and overall success. Like I said, wherever you come, you bring light. Efficiency and effectiveness is what we call lights that transform our society, organization, our home, everything, our friendship with our friends, our anything. So that is business analysis. I will use this example for us to understand that we can just do little. It doesn't need that we need to develop a solution or buy one enterprise application for our company. Let's look at this example. And this is to illustrate the steps that have been followed to analyze why it takes too long for the food to be served in a restaurant. The problem here is in a restaurant. So you can see even a small restaurant, you as a business analyst can go there and solve a problem. It's not only when you are working with MTN or when you are working with bank or when you are working with Central Bank or Bank of England that you do business analysis. You can do business analysis in restaurants. The problem here is that customers complain that food takes too long to be served. This is a big problem when it takes too long to serve a food in a restaurant. Okay. You see all these people, workers, when you go for to work, during break time, we only have 30 minutes. I know so many companies do not even, you don't have up to 30 minutes for both lunch and well, let's say 30 minutes. You have 30 minutes for your lunch break. And during lunch break, you went for your lunch break and you have to wait for 14 minutes before food can be served to you. So when that food is served to you, how long are you going to then take to eat that food? You find out that for you to wait for food to be served to you in a restaurant and is not going to work. And you see so many people will come. Once I come to that restaurant, I take to, because I don't want to lose my job. I just have to go eat and rush back to the office. And I have to come there and be waiting for this amount of period of time. Customers are going to leave. They are going to look for where it's going to, take a shorter time to just eat their food and go back to the office. So with this kind of problem, the points I'm making that this kind of problem is capable of running that restaurant down. Excuse me. So this kind of problem is capable of running this restaurant down. And now it becomes a problem. Everybody is complaining. Now, what do? They hire you as a business analyst to help them solve this problem. So as a business analyst, you can see this is the problem already in the restaurant. You carry out requirement gathering to understand the current situation, to understand how long it actually takes. And you find out that it takes 14 minutes to serve a food. And being that kind of restaurant, when you come, you place order, and they prepare your food fresh for you. So they feel that this 40 minutes is too much to wait for your food to be prepared and served in. Then you try to understand the desired time. That is the future process. You find out that the desired time is that the food should be served not more than 11 minutes from the time of ordering the food. So within 10 to 11 minutes of order, the food should be served. But it's now taking 14 minutes. And customer, this little 3 minutes is becoming a problem. So you find out the gap. The gap is here called 3 minutes. That is the problem. This 3 minutes is what is causing this problem that is trying to close down this restaurant. You are a business analyst. So that is what you need to do. You come, you understand there is a problem. You carry out what we call a requirement gathering. The requirement gathering, you need to gather requirement from those customers. You need to gather requirement from the people preparing the food in the kitchen. You need to gather requirement from the people serving the food from the kitchen to the outside restaurant, waiters. So these are the three group of stakeholders you need to capture requirement from: the cook in the kitchen, waiters that takes food or takes order from the customers and then take food back to the customers. And then you capture requirement from the customers that are complaining to understand their pain. And during that, you understand that so many of them are workers as well. They just need to come out, eat, and go back to the office. So that is requirement gathering, to understand the situation. And after a bit of analysis, you understand that actually from the desired time is just 11 minutes. Within the 11 minutes, you find out that they are going to be happy from your data collection as well. They want minimum of just 11 minutes so that they can eat their food and go back. So how do you solve this problem? How do you remove this extra 3 minutes that is causing this problem? So this is the action. The action here, that's the way you operate as a business analyst. Obtain more opinion from customers about their experience. Ask employees what would help them to provide faster service. And you find out that during the time of talking with the employees, maybe the company bought new cooking equipment, they changed some of their cooking equipment, and we find out that so many of the cooks there, they were not provided adequate training. They just bought new air fryer. Some of them don't know how to use air fryer. So many of all these gadgets, and it's causing problems. So that is, I'm just painting a picture. We are just this is just introduction. So we are just trying to paint a picture for you people to understand what business analysis is. And then after buying all this equipment, what do? You find out that, what is causing this problem? Because these people are not really, most of the staff here, they are not skilled enough to use some of the equipment there. So you have to make provision to train them, upskill them, teach them, do anything you need to do so that they will understand how to use their work environment, use all the tools, equipment within the work environment to do their job very well. And we find that after then, everybody becomes happy, they provide faster service and things like that. So you see, you've solved their problems. And you use what you call fishbone diagram or fishbone analysis. That's what we call fishbone analysis. Fishbone analysis is what we call cause and effect. We're coming to all those things. Cause and effect is when you are doing all this, you need to understand the cause of this problem. Cause of this problem and the effect of this problem. So what is causing this is the customers here, some of the staffs here are not trained. That's what cause and effect. And the effect is that is now delaying. Another way to understand this cause and effect is what we call root cause analysis. You can use fishbone analysis or root cause analysis. You need to dig down to understand the root cause of what is happening. So these are some of the analyses you need to combine during your gap analysis to understand the gap within the current situation and the desired situation, and then solve the problem. So that is a picture of business analysis. And this is what we are going to be trying to understand, how we can solve organizational problems by removing all these gaps using different methodologies, different techniques. It's not only digital enterprise application that we can use. You can see this, that we have not used any application here. We did not use CRM system. We did not use ERP system. We've not used any ITSM system. We have not developed any e-commerce application. We did not develop any mobile application. We did not use no application here. So just use simple training, upscaling, organizing training. This is a solution, and that is what the solution we use to solve this organization problem. But why it seems like this? Please, somebody who is making noise, please be guided. So, okay, so the point I'm making is today, in today's business analysis, it seems like business analyst is all about IT. Yes, today, because most business today is technology. And every solution you are trying to bring is all about technology. But business analysis is not all about technology. It's about solving problems. So let us not be carried that once you become a business analyst, you are an IT. Yeah, you are an IT because you are going to be, developing solution. And most of the solution we are talking about today is IT solution. But it's beyond just being an IT consultant. It's all about solving problems. That is the point I'm trying to make. Okay. Business analysis principles and its role in organizational success. Business analysis principles involves systematic evaluation, identification, and implementation of effective solutions to organizational challenges. Its role in organizational success lies in optimizing processes, improving processes. When a process is optimized or improved, it's going to help in decision making. So enhancing decision making and aligning strategies with business objectives, fostering adaptability and innovation. By providing valuable insight and bridging communication gap, business analysts facilitate informed decision making, ensuring sustained growth and competitive advantage. So it means that as a business analyst, you need to enhance processes in organization. In organization, everything we do in the organization is a process of doing this or process of doing that, process of managing customers, process of managing data, process of managing finance. All these are processes. These are organizational resources. Customers, their finance, these are what makes the most important asset organization have. They don't play with their customers, they don't play with their finances, they don't play with their human resources. So these, because human resources, these are the people that are generating the money. So we need systems and processes. All these things are within a process. If you are managing customers, there is a process of managing customers to make them happy. If that process is not working, customers are not going to be happy. If you are managing finance, company finance is a process. There's a process of collecting money, putting money in the bank, bank statements, financial reporting is a process. If that process is not working, then there will be a lot of error. There will be a lot of fraud going on within the finance, and organization cannot work in that scenario. So these are a lot of processes in the organization. There is a process I'm going to give. This is a typical office which I solved in my organization. In the marketing, in the sales department, what the sales do is that after making a call, how they get paid is their payment determines the amount of call you make. So they will check the number of hours you spend making call to potential customers or even customers, talking to them about the product. That is what determines the amount of money you paid. So you find out that what they do is that after making the call, in the CRM system, they put the amount of call they make on daily basis, and that from there we decide how much. So there's a lot of fraud going on, because what they do at times, they put they will make a call for 30 minutes, they say they made a call for 1 hour, because there's no one to audit. And after the audit, the auditors find out that there's a lot of fraud going on there. And to cover that fraud, they need to inform the business analyst there is a problem in the system. There's a problem in the process of communication with the customers. And to solve that problem, we use a telephone to call. So what we need to do is to integrate our CRM system with the telephone system we are using to call the customer. So that after calling, because all the customers who are calling will have their data in our CRM system. So what it does is that after every call, after the integration, all the hours spending, we call it call log. All the call log will automatically be imported from the telephony system directly to CRM system, so that the sales representative don't need to be putting the amount of hours they spend manually in the CRM system. And once that is done, it's going to cover this fraud. And that was done, and it saved a lot of money for the organization. This is a lot of money that has been siphoning silently, and that is a lot of money. That is what you do as a business analyst. You see, the amount of time you have saved the amount of money you have saved the organization, the amount of time the time is spent inputting data manually. Manual data input is very corrupt, is prone to error, is never a good quality data. So that is what you do. Another scenario I want to give you here. When I was a local government chairman, I came back, and at the end of the month, they brought a bill of staff salary. Just it's not even the teacher's salary, it's only the local government staff salary. And as of then, that was around 70 million naira every month. That was in 2014. 70 million naira every month. It's not now that naira is no longer, naira doesn't have value anymore. That's a lot of money. And I came out from the window, I look around. I can't seem to, is it how many staff we have? I don't think we have up to, you know, the staff within the local government is not up to, they are not up to 50. They are not even up to 30. Looking around the local government, for 1 month I've been coming to work. So what is going on? So I find after requirement gathering, I have to apply a business analyst mindset. I do my requirement gathering, and after my requirement gathering, I find out that a lot of money are going out to ghost workers. All the people in the payroll, I asked them to bring the payroll. I find out that all of them, they are not existing. So this is the way they have been siphoning the local government money to ghost workers. And that's why you can see the local government cannot perform, because all the money is just going out. I said, okay, no problems. I know what to do. You know, when I work here in London, almost all the places I worked, we use what we call biometric clock in and clock out. And from that biometric clock in and clock out, that is what they use to compute the payroll. They will the biometric system will capture the amount of people that comes to work at every point in time and when they leave. And that's what the company used to prepare payroll. I said, no problem, we're going to use biometric system. And that's where Wahala started. You know, there's nothing, no kind of threats. I wanted to keep doing a lot of things. But at the end of the day, we use the biometric data we captured. We say, if you are a staff of local government, come for a biometric. We captured biometric. And after the biometric, we find out that the staff salary were not even up to within around 20 million. And we are paying a lot of money. And this is what there's all this cabal that the cabal have been building all this system that they're using to siphon money. So as a business analyst, because I have that business analyst mindset, I was able to save a lot of money for the council by just implementing a biometric system. So the point here is that business analysis can be applied everywhere. In the hospital, in the government section, in the restaurant, in the bank, in everywhere, even in the church, you can apply business analysis everywhere. You are not limited to anywhere we have business interaction between people, money coming in. Any process can be optimized to fish out all the waste, all the gap within the system, and then you make the system very, very optimized system. And when a system is optimized, I mean enhanced, effective, it start working again. And that is how organization will benefit from your services. So that is business analysis. So the key.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. What did you touch in this thing now, Lara?
Joy, I think both of us own this class now. I will kick you out if you continue to disturb my class. Okay. So this is how business analysis can be applied to the organization. I've given you so many live scenario. All this scenario that I'm giving you is based on real life experience from me. It's not a makeup or whatever. They're all real life where business analysis principles can be applied and it will turn things around. I use that to save a lot of money for the council. I use that to save a lot of money for my company here as well. So let's look at these key principles. How do you do that? How do you apply these principles? Number one, requirement gathering and analysis. Central to business analysis is the identification and analysis of requirements. This involves understanding the need of stakeholders, documenting the requirement, and ensuring that solution meets the needs. What are the needs? The need of the stakeholders, for instance, when I talk about restaurants, is customers are complaining. There's a big problem to them. That is the need. They want to solve that problem. And we saw the way we solve that problem. Another need, when I was talking about the CRM system and the sales rep, we have a need there. Fraud is going on. How do we uncover this fraud and tackle this fraud? That's the auditors identified is a big need. They want to uncover, and they've already uncovered the fraud. The auditors uncover there is a fraud going on. But how do we close this gap? The only way to close this gap is to integrate the two systems. The telephony system and the CRM system got integrated, and they started sharing data. The data is no longer being inputted manually. Another need within the local government system is that we do not have enough fund to pay salary. You know, when they brought that amount of money for payroll, to pay staff salary, we do not have such amount of money. And looking at the amount of people that come to work, it doesn't align, it doesn't tally. So we have to look for a way to generate money, and the only way is to optimize the system. The system was optimized. So these are various needs. When we talk about need, we talk about problems facing organizations. So understanding the need of stakeholders, documenting requirements, and ensuring that solution meet the need. So you have to make sure that any solution you are bringing meets the need. And to do that, stakeholder engagement. You need to, you need to engage stakeholders very well. Successful business analysis rely on effective communication and collaboration with stakeholders. You do not make assumptions. You talk. You don't make assumptions. Like in the restaurant section, you don't just, you have to talk to the customers. to understand their pain, understand their challenges. These are stakeholders. So communication and collaboration with stakeholders. This includes identifying, engaging, and managing relationships with individuals or groups affected by or influencing the project. So you must engage them. In our own case study here, we have to engage the customers, the people in the kitchen, and the people serving the food. Everybody in this process, we have to engage everybody. So that is stakeholder engagement. Then problem solving and decision making. Business analysts are problem solvers. They analyze data, evaluate alternatives, and facilitate decision-making process to address challenges and capitalize on opportunities. So you are there to solve problems. It's a big principle that should be at the back of your mind. Whatever you are doing, you are there to solve a problem. So any advice, anything you are doing is to help to facilitate decision making. You need to, like business analysts, we don't take decision, but we give advice to the business owners that will help them to make quality decision. Adaptability and flexibility. Business analysis requires adaptability to changing business environment. Analysts must be flexible in their approach, adjusting methodology and strategies to meet evolving organizational need. Like I told you from the beginning, I said that the same educational curriculum they use for us, I graduated. I graduated around 2004. And that curriculum they use for us, since the time we left university, that is the same curriculum they are still using. That is the curriculum they use even 20 years before I joined that university. So for a long time, they'll be using one curriculum. Now, why not change the curriculum? You know that these people you are teaching, they are coming out, they are not getting jobs. That is a big problem in the organization. You have not even thought of what do we do to make these people getting jobs? All the time, I engage some students from University of Nigeria. I once say that their lecturers told them that there is no job. All these things they are doing here, they are wasting their time because there is no job out there. They should go and learn how to, be either you learn tailoring or you learn how to make hair or this. And this is what the lecturer is telling you, and he's teaching you. So he knows that what they are giving you does not work. What a situation. And nobody has ever, so all the lecturers there, they are not there to do, they are just there to be, and for me, what they are doing is siphoning money. They are siphoning our parents' money. That is robbery. They are robbing us, because for somebody to, giving you, they know you are sick, and they keep administering fake medication to you. You keep taking it. They keep collecting money from you. You are in hospital. They know you are going to die. They keep taking money from you and be giving you fake medication. You keep taking fake medication, and they know. Is that not a crime? It's a capital crime. That is fraud. When somebody is giving you something that is not commensurate to the amount of energy, the amount of money, the amount of dedication you give. That is what we call crime. So they be siphoning money from these people and they don't care. If you, from this class as a business analyst, I hope with this our little interaction here, if you are being hired by any of these institutions or even by the federal government to solve the problem of unemployment in Nigeria, I hope you know what to do. You know what to do. Is any of us here that don't know what to do when you are being hired by federal government to solve the problem of unemployment in Nigeria? If you don't know what to do, tell me. We'll have an interaction now. That's the way I teach. And I believe that all of us here knows what to do if we are hired now. What do? We start from the educational system that is very bad. We need to change everything they are using to teach us. And you see them find out that people can create jobs for themselves. You see, people will go out to do apprenticeship, to learn a trade. They didn't go to university. Some of these people did not even go to secondary school. You see a lot of children will go to learn trade, do apprenticeship, either to learn how to become a trader or one thing or the other. After 6 years, you see, they left when they finished primary school. Instead of going to secondary school, they go for apprenticeship. Maybe they go to Onitsha to learn trade, or they go to Aba to serve one big man, learn the trade and serve the man. At the end of the day, they will be settled with a little amount of money. That little amount of money, they will use that little amount of money to start a business for themselves. And they become, over time, they become millionaires. But you go to university, you go to secondary school, you go to university, you come out and you become more confused than even those that you become more confused because you cannot even create a job for yourself. You don't even have a job. You don't even know what to do. You go out to be begging people that didn't go to secondary school, didn't go to university to help you, to employ you, because you are dumb, because they didn't teach you anything. It shouldn't be so. As a graduate, you should be creating jobs, employing a lot of people. Employing people. You shouldn't even be looking for jobs. But I'm not blaming us because the system have changed. The system didn't give us this opportunity. The system we find out is a system, the curriculum was designed to be ability to learn and write. And that ability to learn and write is not ability to create job. That was when we were colonized by the colonial masters. They introduced a system because then we do not even know how to teach, to read, and we do not even know how to write. And at that point, it's very good curriculum, you know, and everybody were happy following that curriculum. But it's so pitiable that we have so many professors who have refused to understand that the trend have changed. And that's what they are saying, that as a business analyst, you should be flexible. You should be following the trend. The trend is not Nigerian trend, but global trend. Knowing that that ability to teach and ability to write is no longer the system. The system have changed. It's a new trend now. The new trend is that as a graduate, you should create job, because you see so many undergraduates like Mark Zuckerberg created a company, Bill Gates created a company. Even when they were in the university, they've not even graduated. They started creating companies. You know, they created jobs. You know, they created jobs, but we do not create. We are still following, and we say, if you come to University of Nigeria, we have the highest professors, and we have that. Enugu State is very poor. When we have a city where we have the highest level of professors to be the richest city in that country, because that is the knowledge base. A lot of things will be happening there because knowledge is living there. That's where the knowledge lives. But it's not an effective knowledge, and that's why, and it's pitiable, you know. So today is to, you know, try to let us know that as a business analyst, so many of us do not really understand what business analysis is. Business analysis is fire. If you understand it, take like a business analyst, you will say that in Nigeria, there is money everywhere. Every money is flowing. Why I say money is flowing? Because there is a lot of systems that need to be optimized. There is a lot of businesses that we have so many gaps everywhere in the businesses. And that's why you see the white men, they've all be trooping to Nigeria to start a business, And I'm not running for any president. But I somehow have to say the truth. So that is what we are here to teach, a system that works. And that is it. So the ability to read, to teach, to read and write is no longer a good system. That is our educational system. So that is the process. You look at a process, you find out what is no longer useful. And then you optimize the process and things will start working. We are very intelligent people. We are very bright people, very smart people. But the system we are using is no longer working, and it's a pity that system is affecting all of us. It's not because we are dull. It's not because we are lazy. It's not because we are cursed. Our problem is not spiritual, because let me tell you, when it comes to morality, we are more morally sound than the people in the Western world. But all their systems are working. You see, there is opportunities everywhere. We are trooping here to look for job. But here, every time we pray, and nothing is working. Yeah, nothing is working. You see all the prayers we are praying every time. You see churches everywhere in Nigeria. People will pray with anger. People will pray with sorrow. People will pray with everything. But it seems that their prayers are not working. It's not that God, it's that the system is not working. It's not the prayer. The God will not come to change our educational system. Well, the only way God can solve that problem by bringing someone to help us do that. You know, that is the only way God can do that. But all the prayers is not spiritual problem. You know, because here people here, they don't go to church. Do you know that people in Western world, they don't go to church? In UK, they don't go to church. But things are working here. There's a lot of jobs here. There's a lot of benefits. A lot of benefits. If you are tired, if you don't want to work, there is a system that is working. So that's the point I'm making, that when the system is not working, the system over time we should continue to monitor our system, and that is what we are doing for the That is what we are doing for your company, is a continuous improvement. So as a business analyst, that is what they are going to teach you in C6 Sigma. So in Sigma, you learn about Lean method, Lean Six Sigma. Lean is waste reduction, and Six Sigma is process improvement. So you continue to look at various waste in the system. You continue to remove. You don't need waste. No waste in the system, and continuous improvement. Your system must be continuously improved. Just like your life, you must continue to improve your system, your life, for you to be healthy. You need to go medical checkup to continue to look at your life. But the truth is that we do not optimize our own system. This system that's sustaining everybody, we do not optimize it. We have refused to understand, looking at the trend, we have refused to understand that this oil we are clinging on oil so much. Oil is no longer a good, is no longer valid as it used to be. Every country are now migrating to alternative energy, solar energy, electricity, automobile. Today, if you are driving a car with petroleum, they are seeing you as a poor man, or you are out of fashion. The fashion is electric car. All the big boys, this is what they are driving, Teslas. And you see companies all over the world are now working hard to. So after them, what is this oil? Oil will just be like ordinary water. We have the Atlantic Ocean now, we have a River Niger now, we have them everywhere. But who needs it? Nobody needs it like that. So saying that you have oil, people are killing you. They say that you have oil blocks. I shared an article. Is some of the things we have to be reviewing in our class over time. We look at such article like this oil, digital technology, where I told you that digital technology is the new oil. It's like combining oil blocks and gold mines together. Digital technology is bigger than that. Small digital companies. You see, Uber does not have any car, even a single car of their own. But around the world, they control all the movement of people around the world. Even a single car, they don't have it. You see, A, B, and B, they do not have even a single house. But every house is around the globe. Before you can rent a simple house to stay for a vacation, they make money from your head. Can you see that? They don't have any oil. There are so many of such applications around the world. These are multi-billion. The last time I checked Uber's valuation, Uber is worth more than $150 billion. Billion, I mean $1 billion. When Uber started, not far. Not very far away from now. And that is it. That is it. This, our small company called GoCabo, we are trying to set up. We tried to do simple evaluation. We have not even started, but that company worth more than $2.5 million. And so many of them. That is money lying there. All this money, they are there in the internet. Why should we be, doing Yahoo while there is mega money lying? It's just like you see gold. There is gold in the internet. Instead of digging for gold, you are picking stone. What are the stone? Yahoo. So you see all this energy, all these children are wasting in the internet trying to do Yahoo. We can channel that energy into programming. They'll be learning Python. I used to know when those days you see they will go to night browsing, they will sleep on the internet. From morning to they'll be sleeping on the internet. Children sleeping on the internet, wasting their time. It's because the system is not optimized. So, as a business analyst, you should be very, very adaptive. You don't stay in one system. You need to be agile. As the system is, you look at the what called global trend. As the trend is changing, you are trying to optimize your company to change with because the trend is what is driving the trend. Customers' appetite. This is what the customers are looking for. Appetite, their demand. If you don't bend, if you don't follow the trend, your company will be out of business. That is what happened to Nokia. Nokia is a gun. Nokia used to be like petroleum before. Like Nigeria using petroleum. But Nokia didn't want to, adapt. Okay, process improvements. Business analyst plays a vital role in identifying inefficiencies and recommending improvement for existing processes. They contribute to the organization's to optimization of workflow to enhance overall organizational performance. We'll talk about that. We need to improve all the processes in order to things to change. For things to change in Nigeria, we have to, yes, prayers are good. I'm not against prayers, but we need to improve on our number one. I'm an educationalist, so let me just, I'm not going to tell you hospital. All of us know that our hospitals are not working. That's why India, everybody is going to India. Any param India. Is that not a gap? This is a big gap. Everybody is living a country that have population of around 300 million people. And then big param India. Everybody India, big man India, small man India. Before you know it now, because India, even the small man now that cannot afford India, you see them all the time, they will be on Facebook begging for money, for kidney in India, everybody. Is that not enough for all these politicians to even go and hire all these Indians and set up a big clinic in Nigeria, specialized clinic in Nigeria? They are going to be making a lot of money and providing job opportunities for our people. That is a gap in the system, in the medical area. Okay, look at our banking system. You want to transfer money using Zenith or using GTB. You have a tell you the system is not working now. Try again later. Can you imagine that? It's not working. People will go to the ATM to collect their money. They will say there is no money. Oh my God. Can you imagine? You go to the ATM to collect money. They say there is no money in the ATM. You will go to bank you stay up to how many hours in the queue in the bank? That is big gap. This is opportunity. That's why I said that money is flowing in Nigeria. All this, when you see people queuing up in the bank, That is a lot of opportunities out there. And that's why OPay came to Nigeria. You know, OPay, they are very smart people. When OPay came, they wanted to set up Uber-like company. But they came and said that there's excess money. They are confused. They didn't even know where to start. So much money in the system. They don't know where to start. Over time, they have to settle for, for this mobile money. Do you know the amount of money they are making in that mobile money? So much money. Because our banks, there is so many gaps within our financial system. They cannot serve us enough. As OPay came, OPay is a Chinese company. OPay is started by Opera browser. All of us knows Opera browser. These are Chinese people. They are the people that owns OPay. They started this OPay. So they see a lot of money. And so many other mobile money points, PalmPay, they are not even enough. All these PalmPay and the mobile, the gap is still wide for you to see the amount of money in Nigeria. Because our financial system is not optimized. And you see, we are very, very, because our system is all this, the central bank. They know that the system is not working, but they don't want to do anything. But they are now do not want our young youth to tap from the system. They keep on jacking the requirement for you to set up. That is not solving the problem. Before you can set up mobile money or this and that, they make the financial capital requirements to be billions. They keep on. That is not the problem. We need to optimize the system. So, and well, I don't want to talk about our educational system. We see the gap there. So, and let's talk about roles in organizational system. What roles does this play? What roles does business analysis play? Strategic alignment. Business analysis ensures that projects and initiatives align with the overall strategic goal of the organization. The alignment enhances the likelihood of successful implementation and positive organizational outcome. Risk mitigation. By identifying potential risk and uncertainty early in the analysis phase, business analysts contribute to the development of risk mitigation strategies, minimize the impact of unforeseen challenges. In your project risk, we business analysts, you cannot claim you are a problem solver. You start solving it from your immediate small problem project you are working on. Like all these projects we are working on. Risk is a problem. In your project, you have risks, challenges in your project. You have to try to find solution because you are a solution giver. The way medical doctors are, that is the way you are as a business analyst. A medical doctor is a human business analyst. And you, a business analyst, is a business business. So a business analyst is like a business doctor. Just like a medical doctor is a human doctor. What a medical doctor does is that when you are sick, you go and meet a medical doctor. The doctor, then you are the client. The patient that is sick, you are the client. You are the stakeholder. The doctor will interview you to find out, to ask you, is it on your head? Is it headache? What doctor is doing is what we call requirement gathering. The doctor is gathering requirement from you, the stakeholder, to understand your problem your health is having. And after collecting that requirement, you see the doctor, they will start typing on the screen. When they are doing that, they are analyzing. They are searching for solution. Over time, at the end of the day, they will do analysis. At times, they will tell you to take your urinary sample, blood sample. These are part of the requirement gathering. Once they capture all these requirements, they take your urinary or to the lab to do analysis. That is what we call requirement analysis. They do your analysis. After the analysis, they come back to you. They make recommendation, tell you, take this medication, take this medication. You go and buy the medication and take, and you'll be fine. That is what we business analysts do. So that medication is the solution. As a business analyst for your organization, the company is sick. Then you meet with the stakeholders. You talk to them. They tell you how the company is suffering. You collect requirements. You go and do the requirement analysis. With the requirements you gather from the company. At times, you need to go gather more requirements, do observation, see the way the system is working, just like urinary samples. And then you go do your analysis. After your analysis, you come back and tell them, okay, I know why this system is not working. You need to implement ERP Dynamics 365. Once you implement it, you are not going to have any kind of error or data inconsistency or manual handling within your finance department. And they will do that, and they'll find out the system is working again. Or you tell them, okay, I know what is happening. You see, because the sales department are using data manual, we need to integrate these two systems together. What is it? You develop integration plan and integrate the telephone, like in my own case in my organization, we developed a integration plan where we integrated the telephone and the CRM system so that the call log from the telephone will directly go into the CRM system with anybody having to do it. Because the telephone is digital application, the CRM is digital application. All we need to do is develop a logic, a simple code. We integrate the two systems and they start sharing information. We develop a logic to tell the two systems, after telephone, transfer the call log to this also person. The system understands all this. All we need is just simple code, simple logic, and the system will start working. So you can see how a business analyst is a is a business doctor. Just like a medical doctor is a human, simple, just like that. So the number 3 role is here, enhance decision making. Everything you do is to enhance decision making through data-driven insights, thorough analysis. Business analyst empowers organizational leaders to make informed decisions, reduce the likelihood of costly mistakes. And that is the reason why our system is not working. That is the reason why government around the Africa, I'm not going to call Nigeria, the whole African countries, their government do not work. You know the reason they don't work? They don't hire business analysts. They keep on giving appointments to co-politicians that don't have nothing to offer to the system. They keep on giving appointment to friends and family that will not contribute anything to the system. And the system will not, how will the system work? While there is no one with experience to work for them, it's not going to work. Here in UK, every government Tri-Starter, they keep recruiting BAs like mad. You see local government, they will keep on packing local government. You see Ministry of Justice, you see the amount of business analysts Ministry of Justice have. Of course, I have a friend that's working with Ministry of Justice for years now. The guy be earning £500 every day for years now, working in Ministry of Justice, because these people will help the system to work. You know, you see NHS, they keep on recruiting business analysts. How many times have you had at any hospital, like if you now we go to UNTH or LASO or all these, they don't have even a single business analyst. If you go to Enugu state government now, which is my, I'm sure they don't have even a single business analyst. If local government chairmen they do not even know what business analyst is. They don't understand what business analyst. If you could tell them to hire, they say, what is business? So many of them do not know. How are we going to work? Why we do not recruit the right people? These are the people that are supposed to be working, but we don't have them. So who is going to advise them properly? That is the point I'm making here. Because the business analysts help them to take this. You advise them, you make recommendation for them to take decision, but they are taking decision based on empty head. Who tell you that you are a president and you're supposed to be taking decision as a president? How can a president know about cyber security? How can a president know about the operation in Afghanistan? How can a president know about the medical? You are not God. You are just a human being. So you need all these people to surround you. They will be gathering requirements, analyzing. The Ministry of Transport, they will have lots of business analysts understanding what is going on, capturing requirements. All you need is just to be relaxing and be reading out, you know, taking decision, telling the world what you are not even, that is the way you should be. You shouldn't be cracking your head. All you need to do is hire these people. Surround yourself, every sector. Education, Ministry of Education, from up to down, there should be business in every sector, not just in one sector. In my company, we have business analysts everywhere. We have business analysts in ITSM. We have business analysts in marketing. We have business analysts in every single unit. There is a business analyst attached to them. Every business analyst attached to them. That is why they are capturing requirements all the time. They are capturing requirements, documenting, analyzing, providing solutions. You come at times, you see so many solutions. So and now the business leaders are confused about too many good solutions to choose from. Is it not better that we have too many solutions to choose that we do not even have any solution at all? We do not have, our own is that we do not have any solution at all because we don't have business analysts. No business analysts. None. How can things work? You know, they'll be moving with convoy here and there. Convoy here and there is not going to solve problems. We need people in the office. We need people in the field moving business at their field, you know, moving out, capturing requirements, analyzing requirements, making recommendation. They'll be advising on what to do. You see everywhere political advisor. All these advisors are blockhead that cannot contribute anything to the system. So how can the system work? Hunger will kill everybody in Nigeria. And effective your resource utilization. Business analysts help organizations to allocate resources effectively by identifying areas of improvement, streamlining process, and ensuring that projects are aligned with strategic priorities. It doesn't happen if a system do not apply this, the system is not going to work. The resources for the organization must be allocated, looking at the priorities. That's why everything we do prioritization, we prioritize need. But here, how do you allocate resources where there is no prioritization? You do not even understand strategic goal and things like that. And above all, continuous improvement. Continuous improvement. Like you see, I want to give thumbs to all of you that even at this age, I see so many mothers here, even at you are still working hard to improve your system. All this boot camp is what continuous improvement. If you have money, you see I've created course for, I'm not selling markets. If you want to buy, you buy. If you don't want to enroll, what is my own? I will continue to leak oil, So, but the point I'm making here is that you have to continue to improve yourself within the relevant. I created a course on data analysis, ITSM, all these data protection and data governance. Well, this is what we call continuous improvement. Organizations, they continue to improve their system. Continuous learning is continuous improvement. And one problem our system is facing is that even most of these, our lecturers, they will get opportunity to travel and come back and teach. And they will travel, they will not come back. How can they come back? They will not come back. So that is it. So you have to continuously improve it. Organization, for them to remain competitive, within the what we're having, there should be continuous improvement, continuously improving. Are we improving? Our system improving? For me, I learn every day. I don't get tired of learning because I don't want to come to class and start messing up where there is a lot of professors. I teach PhD holders. I teach professors, medical doctors. How can I do that? I'm not a wizard, All I need to do continuously improve myself so that I can talk authoritatively. But if you don't know anything, if you don't improve on yourself, what are you going to say? You are a genius naturally, and you don't read. You are not going to know. So that is it. Continuous improvement. Organizations are continuously improving. That today you implemented this solution for a company, this CRM system or this ERP system. It does not end there. For that CRM system to work, a CRM system needs to be integrated with ERP system. For ERP system to work, the ERP system needs to be integrated with HR system. All these are continuous improvement. You continue to integrate for data sharing. Data sharing. And you see organization, but in our own case, we do not continuously improve. So, in conclusion, business analysis is a critical function that contributes significantly to the organizational success by fostering strategic alignment, mitigating risk, enhancing decision-making, optimizing resource utilization, and driving continuous improvement. Embracing business analysis principles empowers organizations to navigate complexities, complex environment, complex. In our world today, the challenge, the competition is severe. For you to survive as a business, you need to be highly competitive. So, for you to navigate these complexities of high appetite of customers' appetite is too high now. We seem to want a lot of things at the same time. So for company to, continue to make you happy, give you what you want, then you must be very, very, your system or whatever you provide must be very, very good. So you need to continue to optimize and improve the system, innovate, apply technology. Analog system are gone. So you continue to, as a matter of fact, the kind of innovation we have now, in 10 years' time, some of the innovation we have now will be analog, because it's no longer, you see machine learning and so many things are coming already. Innovate and achieve sustained success in an ever-evolving. You continue to change. It's on a fast pace. Continue all this ever-evolving business landscape. The business landscape is on a kind of speed. It's evolving. It constantly changes. So we need to do all this in order to navigate and become successful. And everything relies in business analysis. For a company to progress, they need a lot of business analysts around them. For governments to do well, they need a lot of business analysts around them. For hospitals to do well, they need a lot of business analysts around them. I didn't say one, a lot. For a country to be doing well, they need millions of business analysts working. They should be working. But we don't even have one working in our system. That is the problem. Even if we have at least say that's one of the things I've been looking at. I'm going to suggest very soon. Even if it means we're going to sending our students to start doing internship for all these local government prestataires free of charge, to see if they can realize the importance of business analysts. I'm working on that proposal so that they can understand the importance of business analysis. We do not even understand it. Every local government should have at least a project manager and 2 business analysts, at least. Every local government, to help them find out where every local government should be producing something. But everybody is waiting for a location. As a matter of fact, in a short while, there will be no allocation, because the oil will not. You see, not when we sell oil, we get money. I mean, I've been in the system. I know how the system works. It's when we sell more oil. But now those people that are buying our oil, they no longer need the oil. They are using electricity, and their own electricity, NEPA know they take light. So that is why they are not going to be needing. They are not going to be needing oil anymore. We know we used to sell coal. Enugu State used to be the biggest in coal. That is the energy before. We use coal to power train. But nobody talks about coal these days, because the companies, they don't need it. When petroleum, so people don't need that. So that very soon we are not going to be needing oil again. And then everybody will want to jack back. But if we can do what we are supposed to be doing, all these people jackbarring, they will come back. It's because the system is not working. But if the system is working, all the people jackbarring, nobody wants to leave their motherland. So we want a system that works, so that the jackbarring people will just come back to Nigeria and look home. For instance, to look at this course we are doing now, this little boot camp we are doing, I said, okay, let's do it for Nigerians. But the people, so many people abroad knows the quality of this, and so many of them are now looking back home. Now they are now joining people from Nigeria to take this course, because if we have a lot of services like this working, they will want to come and patronize the services. It's because nothing is working. And I'm not blaming people for running away. But today you've known that I'm developing you to become part of the people that will solve the problems. So the journey starts now. All of us, all hands on deck. So for those who do not understand the power of business analysis, this is just the beginning of business analysis. You know, exposure. We're just exposing what we can do. There's a lot you can do as a business analyst. And we are going to end the whole the class for tonight here, so that if you have any question, capture question, and that's it. So welcome to business analysis. So we have a lot of us here raising our hands. Let's start from Praise Oluwole. Because yeah, we'll have 6 people. So if you have questions, like I've called your name, please be fast so that is Praise here? Okay, Praise is not here. Let's get down to Chinenye Obi. Okay, Chinenye is not here. We have, if I call your name and you unmute yourself and speak. So then Chinenye is not here. Let's call Chukurapo.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Paul.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really enjoyed this class. I actually signed up for this PA, and I'm really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for making it real and practical. Well appreciated, sir. But I wanted to draw your attention to yesterday's class. I went to the portal.
Just give me a moment.
Okay, sir.
Daddy, when are we going to do this bits?
All right, I'm back, so you can carry on.
Okay, welcome back, sir. Said I wanted to draw your attention to the yesterday's class. I tried to went to the portal to look at the videos, and then I noticed that the materials, which usually should have been attached to that video.
I know about it. I know about it. It will be sorted out. I just wanted to, because I've been very busy, so I just said to upload the video, and I can attach the materials later.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for the observation.
Yeah.
Hope, Ada.
All right, good evening, Mr. Charles.
Yeah.
Okay, regarding the question I asked earlier when we started the class for the Digitech Academy.
Oh, okay.
Can I go on with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I wanted to be more practical because I have a 15-year-old son who will be writing WAEC next year. And he's always interested in becoming a robotic engineer. So with this academy now, in what way can the academy help him? And what are the things that he will need if eventually we want to register him for this academy?
Yeah, we are developing curriculum based on every level the students are. So in terms of becoming a robotic, all about robotics, about Python, coding, programming. So we're developing all the curriculum that will suit all of them. We're not going to do what is beyond their, like we are starting. So we have a lot of work to do, but we are starting and it's going to be better than what we imagine. So that is the way designed that by the time a child is finishing secondary school, you should be a programmer. So it's left for you, by then you must have tried different type of programming and know which one. We have so many programming languages. We have Java, we have JavaScript, we have HTML, we have PHP, we have Python, and a lot of them. So over time, by the time you're in secondary school, they should be, by then, playing around with codes. So by the time they finish, they should be able to become a developer. They should be able to develop application, full stack developer that can develop application, complex application, not just simple websites, but complex application like online store, e-commerce, or things like that. And from there, if they want to, even become a super scientist, they can take it up from there. It's left for them to take decisions. So it's going to be a sequential where at every point, because it's going to be difficult if you don't have any experience, like him now, if you don't have any experience, you just jump into it. I'm not saying it can be done, but it's going to be very taxing, being that the child will have a lot of exams to write. You need to prepare for WAEC, you need to prepare for JAM, and aggressively coding, because coding needs patience, it needs constant effort, and it doesn't require so much, it needs concentration. So all this, but we have to take it, you have to take one step at a time. Like anything I want to do, I try to do it very well. This bootcamp we are using now, it took time to start developing a lot of businesses, and so that people can have work experience while doing their business, their bootcamp, because it's a big gap in the system. Companies are looking for people with experience, but if they don't give opportunities. So that's why that is the way we are going to be developing everything we are doing, so that they will have opportunity, have work experience, have everything they need. But like I said, we are starting, and all we need to do is work as a community. Like now, in the open evening we're having, we try to capture requirement from client, which is going to be parents. That will help us equally to refine what we are offering. Looking at the trend, we equally advise them the best. Like you might say, your son wants this, but we might tell you that looking at what is obtainable in the market is not the best for him, or is not obtainable, or still. So we have to start this conversation with parents first, and we take it from there. So all you need is keep a close relationship with the academy and what the academy is doing, and as a community, we can create a different environment from what all of us met.
All right, sir.
Yeah. Irabo.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, my question is based off of what we have discussed today on business analysis. My question is it safe to say that before a project is being delivered to a project manager to handle, there was a gap that was identified by business analysts in the initial stage.
Yeah, it's always a business analyst that is working, and so many times you see so many projects we work on. The business analyst has been working on that project. So we have independent business like capturing requirements, analyzing it, that did not belong to a project, you know. So you have that scenario. A business analyst must not be in a project. As a matter of fact, there should be a business analyst in a project that will design the solution and help to implement the solution. And there can be a business analyst that do not be part of that project, work and identify, going around the companies, looking at gaps, identifying gaps, and recommending solutions. So in business analysis, we have two types of business analysts. We have what we call business analysts. We're going to come to that. And we have what we call technical business analysts. Most of the business analysts that work within the project are technical business analysts. And you are looking for a job, you see company will say technical business analysts required. So technical business analysts are those business analysts that we design the solution, help implementing the solution, and test the solution, and help equally deploy the solution. But we have business analysts. These are the business analysts that will do the initial requirement gathering, do the solution evaluation, and recommend solution.
Okay.
At times, the solution they recommend might not be approved. If they do not approve the solution they recommend from the business case, then there is no project. But if they recommend the solution, if they approve the solution, then the project manager will take it off from there. So
Okay.
that is how it works. So, but a business analyst can equally be in companies today. They have you as a business analyst, you are the business analyst, you are the technical business analyst as well. So you start from the even conceiving the project, identifying that there is a problem, to analyzing, provide requesting recommending solution and implementing, designing the solution and implementing the solution, and equally deploying the solution.
Okay, I get. Thank you so much.
Welcome. So Joy Ndukwe. Okay. Joy is not here. So thank you everyone for
Esther, she's not here, but she dropped a question in the messages.
no, if you cannot talk, let's is dropping question for who?
I can talk now, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for demystifying the business analysis whole concept. You know, when we hear it, it sounds so bogus, and but I thank you for bringing it down. My question is, what is the difference or the relationship between business administration and business analysis? Thank you, sir.
Business administration is how to manage a business. What is administering a business? That is what business administration is all about. Entrepreneurship, business entrepreneurship, business development. That's business administration. That is what it should be. So, well, business analyst is someone who goes around solving problems for the organization. So, but business administration is about developing business in kind of entrepreneurship and running the business, So business analysis can be part of business administration, because as we are developing your business and running your business, there is still problem will still be within the business you are developing and running. So business administration is a macro and business analyst is micro.
Okay, it's one part of it. Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
All right. And I think we've called Irabo, but she's not here. So thank you.
You've
guys.
called me. You've called me, but I don't mind asking another question.
What?
Okay, my question is, after a project is being delivered, is it delivered to the organization? Does the operational people, do they take over the projects?
After
I was reading it in an article that says that the operational, one of the functions of the operational manager is once a project is being concluded, then if they take it to the operational stuff, then it becomes a daily operation, like a daily day-to-day kind of business that they do. I don't know. I was reading it in an article, so I said I would find time to ask you how true, or if you can elaborate more on that for me.
When the project is delivered.
Like, say, for instance, okay, let's do an example of HR system.
I understand what you mean.
Okay.
When the project is delivered, the operation starts using for instance, if they are developing a CRM system for sales department, that sales department, sales is part of the operations. Operation is daily activity, day-to-day running of the organization. That is what operation means. So if you are building a CRM system for that the sales that will be used for within sales and marketing, once you finish, you deploy the system, they start using the CRM system. That is operation. So the question you are asking is just is a simple thing you should know. You don't need to read the article to understand that when you develop a CRM for marketing, and when marketing are using, marketing is operations. What is operations? Operation is day-to-day running of the company. Everybody that is involved in day-to-day running of the company is operations. Are you getting me?
Okay. I get you. I understand. But what the article was actually saying was differentiating operations from project management. So I didn't really understand the disparity. So I said I would ask you.
Operation is day-to-day running of the company. So the project, they are building a project, and whatever you finish doing is for the day-to-day running of the company. It depends on the kind of project.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. And we've started our journey as hope all these people who have been longing to be BA, their BA journey has just started. So do quick and go back to your state and start solving problems. Not only for organizations. Have to solve our problem for our country, not to UBAs. You solve problem for your family, even your village, your church, everywhere. We have to solve this problem, and that's it. So thank you, and Irabo, we've closed, and tomorrow is another day.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. You really dealt with
thank you, Mr. Charles.
Thank
you, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Charles.
Thank you, Apostle Charles.